Hi guys, Bruce here. Well, I just got this lawnmower on a free trade and it's a Honda. So far there's two things wrong. Number one is there's absolutely no air filter assembly at all, and number two, for some reason the belt cover is up here. See that? But I'm just going to go get a couple of 8mm bolts and we'll change that. And I should have showed you how much crap was under it and on it. It's all over. So first mission is to get this repaired. My second mission is to put a temporary tank onto the end of this to see if it'll actually do something. We'll see. Okay, I put my spare tank up there and it's hooked up to the carburetor, but unfortunately it's dripping, and I took the bowl off and tried to blow air through the jet and it's still leaking. But I just want to see if it'll run before we finish up here. Well, that's on its own fuel. Well, that's a pretty good start, eh, folks? Alright, look at that. That's part of the Easy Walk on this Honda. I was going to take the carb off and clean it, but I even when it's not running, you should be able to engage and make the lawnmower stop rolling if you squeeze the Easy Walk handle. And there, look at that. Is that mouse or is that... I don't know what that is, but it's nasty. Alright, I put a mask on for this. And I'm going to just dump it into this bag first of all. Maybe. Good. And then I'm going to take it outside. I'm going to throw this out. Are you still recording? Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to take it outside and blow it off, and then spray it down with some bleach. Okay, so I got this back on. And I can adjust it from outside the unit now. But I think that's a stretched belt, or or it'll work. I'm not sure. So now I just got to get this carburetor off of here, give it a small rinse. And you know what? I'm trying WD-40, Mick. There's our mower. Okay, I'm just going to take this carburetor off. Now this has a gas shutoff, right? I don't think there's any gas in the tank now. Oh, there is, by Lord, there is. Oh my gosh. Okay. I threw away those gloves from the mouse nest inside that handle. I bet you we find more friendlies up here, eh? Just yank them. Good. This has all got to be cleaned. There's probably only going to be one connector on here, and the gas line, eh? Good. Now I got to find a special place for them. I'm going to use the ultrasonic cleaner. Alright, so it's not great, not bad. Better than I thought. Okay, so Mick, I'm using a little bit of WD-40 to just check for orifices and stuff. Now I'm using my GIS screwdrivers for everything. I love them. And there's a dot on that screw telling you it's a GIS. Where is it? Right there. Okay, now I need a little carb cleaner. The nice thing about the WD-40, it's just basically a propellant to shoot dirt around. I'm going to stick that in there, put my finger over there, see if I can see any squirtoonies coming out of the side here. Oh yeah. Nothing's easy, right? Because you need 3 arms. Can't afford to hire a worker. Well, I'm going to get that jet out of there, and then we'll throw it. I don't need to throw it into the, what do you call it, the ultrasonic cleaner. Ooh, this was a dirty one. Maybe the bigger screwdriver. There we go. Whew. I tell you, sometimes this, I'm using this little Allen key to push out the emulsion tube. Here it comes. Here comes the jet, doo-doo-doo-doo. Don't know when yet, doo-doo-doo-doo. It's alright. No, I'm not going to clean the whole carburetor. I'm just getting a little piece of copper wire, poke through here. Now that should loosen that up. Almost out of juice, as I always am, right? Okay, now I'm just going to try and drain the gas out of this without taking it off of the stand. You think I can do that? Let's put that over there. Oh, there's quite a bit of gas there. I think I'm going to need a bigger jug. Okay, now I'm going to just filter this off and pour it back in and rinse it out one more time. I told the boss that I wasn't going to do anything on my hard on my back today. Okay, let's let this back up again. I'm just waiting for the electronic ultrasonic cleaner to stop cleaning, and then I can mount this carburetor back onto here. Good. All right. So now this is the throttle link, and I'll see if I can get it on. Let's get it on, baby. Now, one other thing I wanted to check was the final amount of gas coming out of here. Should be a little bit left. I've had this before. I've had these valve. Oh, there's a little bit of gas coming out of there now. Not much. I'll just stick a rag there. I want it to drain anyway. Good. So that's really cool. Alright, so now we just wait for the carb. Thanks. There's always history, right? If you look really close, this is the gasket. Oh my gosh, look at that, eh? And it has carburetor sealant or ultrasonic gasket maker on there. Terrible. I'm just gonna get my Honda gaskets and see what I've got to maybe finish this off with. Okay, what do we got here now? We should have one more gasket. So I'm just looking in here now for gaskets that might work. Okay, we'll just leave these out for now. And we'll get this basket out of here. I sprayed the stuff out of this carburetor and I got some residue from the WD-40 and it floats like water in the bottom down there. So I rinsed it with gas, which you would have done too. I'm just checking for holes in the carburetor. I don't see any. Holes in the what do you call it? Emulsion tube. Yay! Let's just see if there is any. There are holes. Okay. Drop said emulsion tube. Rinse it with gas into carburetor. Nice big hole in that jet. We'll put that in next. Let me in the jet. Needle, seat, pin. Okay. Not a lot of floatishness there. I gotta show it. All there is to it, right? You guys have all seen that 1,000 times. Anybody who watches small engine videos. Okay, well that was crazy, but I got the carburetor on, cleaned in the ultrasonic cleaner. The throttle activates now because this throttle arm was on the choke when I got it. The choke works as far as we know. Oh, it doesn't look like the carburetor is going to seal. Son of a gun. Hey, we're back. It's leaking. Oh, that's too bad. That's such a simple thing too, eh? Too bad. I want to start it anyway, just to see if it runs. See where we're at. Alright, you guys might remember this Honda. Carburetor leaks like a sieve. And they're quite a bit of work to remove. So I'm just going to try and fix it where it is. I know. Here's my horde of Honda carburetors, or Honda style carburetors. I'm looking for something that's really close. This one's had more stuff robbed off of it. The idle screw's gone. Let's take this one. Okay, first thing we're going to do is remove the pin. Pull out the float. Compare the float. Identical. And the needle. Okay, this is the old one. Don't get them confused now. Okay, that's the one from the leaky one. Now the only difference is the rubber part looks a little healthier, but they do look the same size. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to show my subscribers that it's leaking worse than ever. Alright, here's our carburetor. Okay, now I need a really bright light down there. I think I'm going to do the Donny Boy 73 trick and use a drill bit. That will just fit in there and round off the bottom of that hole. So let's go to a 932. Ooh, that looks nice and shiny now. Now let's go right up to the maximum size. So you need metric drill bits. Okay, so the only one more thing we can do is, now that we have come to me drill Gonna put this in a drill. Put a little bit of brass cleaner on that bad boy. You with me? Still on? This is what I was trying to do with my hands when it was on the machine, eh? It came all black. Okay. Let's give her a rinse. Well, let's see. It's a little cleaner. I don't know if you can see into there or not. Maybe you can. Yes, you can. Look at how much cleaner that is. You know where you were looking, right? Right into there. Okay, that looks shiny as a new nickel inside there. So now I will turn you off. Okay, my friends. A different carb is on. Now, there's, like I say, there's still lots wrong with this. We have to turn the gas on manually. I wonder if we have any gas left after all this leaking. Oh yeah. Oh, is it leaking up again? Can't be. Can't be. All right, we're going to finish up Jill today. So I just put the new gaskets in that came with the filter assembly. Okay, I ordered this filter assembly. I got it from Amazon. And they came with a set of gaskets. So there's one there on the square input. If you can, well, maybe we'll just cheat a little bit here. Get this. So right there, there's a square gasket. And on the other side of the adapter, which changes it from square to round, there's another one right there. And then there's one that I made right there on the output of the carburetor. And then there'll be the big stiff one that's on the inlet on the other side of the choke, by the choke. And then I do have that one last one. I'll stick it on there before I stick the carburetor assembly on. And I'm using Dave Ackerman's post system to do this. The only thing a lot of guys get frustrated with Hondas on is their volume of gaskets. Too many, really. Okay, so now we're gonna get that other post and start threading these through. One. Alright. And this, I'm now plugging in the vent, crankcase vent. Oh, I might as well do this one if I can. Okay, pliers! Now let's tighten that one up so it'll make the next one easier. You guys still watching this? Yes, you are. But once it's in, we'll loosen off the other side and wiggle them. Now that's what I'm going to do. Just going to ease it in. Okay, I just had to loosen these off a little bit. Fortunately, none of the washers let go there, or the washer. Well, they're kind of a washer. Gaskets, they're all there, lined up pretty. Nothing's hanging down low there. And when they're still loose, I can activate the choke. I don't know if you can see that from in there. Can you see? No, I don't think so. But the choke lever has to be on one side of the activation. There's the choke. Let's see if I can show you. I don't think you can see it move. There it is, right there. Okay, we'll tighten it up. So it's all those beautiful new gaskets being seated in there. Eh? The choke is on now and off. I love it. Okay, so I did turn off the fuel, remember that. It should start. Alright, all I have to do is slow that choke release down a bit. But it's good. Thanks for watching this one. All I was doing was taking a tiny bit of carb spray and spraying it on the new gaskets, and if you get an RPM change, that means that that gasket is leaking and sucking in the hydrocarbon and changing the idle, and it didn't at all. Although they're handy height changers. Okay, let's just see if she cranks up. I've got the choke on, and we'll see if the choke comes off automatically. I know your battery is almost dead. Okay, 30 is, this is a really old engine. I don't mind running it at 3,000 RPMs. Newer engine I might push to 3,200 on a Honda. The stats are actually really hard to find. Can you see me? Sorry, I got my screen down, yes. So the stats on our Honda RPMs are hard to find, and I don't know if that's a liability issue on Honda, but Steve Small Engines has a good little video on Honda RPMs. He's got a lot of good tricks, that man. He knows a lot about small engines. You know, like this is my hobby. You know, hobby become obsession. But he's a good man when it comes to stuff, and he's really good on two strokes too. I'm working on my light. So I'm going to take this back wheel off, and I'm going to put a little, see that, how easily that pops out? I'm going to put a little more tension or rooney on that guy. Okay, so instead of taking off the whole rear end, I got this side loose. I took the tire off on the other side. I torqued this over this way and then bent it just to get some tension on that sucker. And that's it, man. Now we can put it back together. So that wasn't bad. That clip goes there with the little nub out. I just compared it to the other side, right? Right there. And I got my handle bent so it's tight. Sort of tight. We'll see. Now the little pin is in the gear. The gear goes over the pin. And my newfound buddy, the C-clip, goes over the gear. Now, I'm just going to tap that in, because it doesn't feel right. Let's have a real close look with the light. The light. I think it's going to work. It's a little bigger than the other one. Now we need a wheel and a bolt. I'm going to put just a squirt of oil on there. It's an opportunity, right? And let's see, where'd that bolt that holds the tire on go? Okay, now we search for that last piece. reasons why I really don't like self-propelled is there's a lot of fiddling around. Where did it go? Oh, I probably poured it into here, eh? Into here. $10, it's in here. Now, for you Americans, that would be 74 cents. There it is. Okay, I think this mower's done. No, it's not grabbing. Son of a gun. Still not grabbing very good. You know, one thing that could be done though is I could make these edges just a little sharper with a grinder. I'm going to do that so you don't have to see that. Alright my friends, as it turns out, okay, first of all, I'm going to put this handle on with goop. But I don't normally use this stuff for assembly of machine parts, right? But I do use it to put on handles and things like that. So I'm just going to raise it up and down a couple times, just jam it down there, and that'll eventually freeze on there. Perfect! Hey, lunch is made. Have I got it made or what?